I'm going to say it. Yes, I will. I mean, nobody is saying it, but the truth is that I will say it. And if I say it, I don't know how you're going to take it, but it all depends on you. You are the one that is supposed to act or react. Now, what is it? The truth of it all is that people are talking about understanding, talking about civilization, talking about peace. There is no peace. The way this world is heading to a third world war. It is not Russia against America. It is not America against Europe. It is racial war. It is we and them. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. I've had people say to me, we are not blacks, we are not Africans, we are Hebrew Israelites. That is the biggest foolishness I've ever seen. You are what? You are Hebrew Israelites. That is your ethnic group. It is not your race. You are not even sure you are. It's just what you are claiming. But as long as you have this dark skin, as long as you have this brown skin, whether it is light brown, whether it is dark brown, when the war begins, the next white fellow near you, if he is a bloody racist, he will put a knife in your stomach to show you that you are black. But then it will be late for you. We have to, you see, we don't have to deceive ourselves. The recent election in US have shown that blacks are the most disorganized, they are the most confused state on earth today. Why? Because we have so many leaders, but we are not heading towards any direction. A lot of blacks voted for Trump for God knows what they know how, what was in their mind. A lot of blacks voted for Hillary for whatever that was in their mind. A lot of blacks did not vote. But the whites were united. That was why Trump won. It wasn't because he was a better candidate, but because he has nothing to do with the black man that was elected before. As soon as Obama was placed into office, most of the pastors that had, I mean, when I talk about pastors that have mega churches, most of the white pastors that have, if not all of them, became politicians overnight. And they begin to speak against Obama, not because Obama was bad. I'm not saying he's good, but they were speaking against him because of his color. Because before Obama, there was Clinton. Clinton was no better. There was Bush. Bush was no better. But immediately Obama entered into office, they all became politicians, and they began to campaign. So when Trump came, all of them endorsed him. Can't you people open your eyes? And the same people is the same people you are sitting under their church, under their grace, for them to do what? Bless you. How can a man bless a color that he does not like? That he laughs with you, that he gives you money, that he calls you a brother, let me pray for you, does not mean that he likes you. This is the biggest deceit, and the issue that they are not the ones deceiving us now. We are the ones deceiving ourselves. We are deceiving ourselves. How can you believe that a man that has no regard for your color, a man that does not appreciate you because of the way you look, will ever love you? If a man does not like somebody because the person has the same color with you, he can never like you. Why are we deceiving ourselves? Whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, there will be a war, a third world war. It has happened before. It is going to happen again. There was a racial war before. That is what they are not telling you. There was a racial war. Like we have said, and history has proven us right, that we reigned. There was a time that we were everywhere. The people of dark color, the people of dark brown color, they were everywhere. They ruled everywhere. We reigned. And that was when the war was fought. They fought the war to put us where we are. So if you are thinking that they will wake up one morning and say, yes, blacks, we stole your history, we stole your legacy, take them back, then you are in for a shock, because it won't happen. It will never happen. These people are ready to hold on to what they have stolen from us till they die. So the only way you can take it from them is not by complaining, it's not by... We can talk as much as we want to talk, it won't change anything. The only way we can take it from them is to stand up and take it by force. He said the kingdom, they are the one that wrote it. The kingdom of what? The kingdom of their own God. He said he suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. If you don't move by force, you cannot take it. Whether you like it or not. It's either you stir up the war, or they will stir up the war, but there will be a war, because the awakening that is coming up now is making them uncomfortable. And it will get to a point where they will not take it anymore. So whether you want to hide under the umbrella of you are a Hebrew Israelite, which I know you are not, because if you are talking about the real Hebrews, I am one of them. But it doesn't have to enter my head, because it doesn't solve my problem. We are here for a purpose, and that is why we are one. Every black race started from behind the rivers of Ethiopia. I don't care who you are, I don't care where you live now. But every black race started from behind the rivers of Ethiopia. There is this ancient people, they call them Ndibo. They are the ones that moved from there to establish the Ethiopian civilization. From Ethiopian civilization to Egyptian civilization. It was now from then that Israel was called out. They told you about the state of Israel that is between Egypt and Jordan and whatever. That place is a lie. That was not, that thing did not exist. That place is a lie. There was no Israel there. They only established it to justify their claim. That place is a lie. When the people left Egypt, they moved downwards. It was a very few of them that moved upwards, and they didn't move towards that direction. Don't be deceived. I see so many of you running to that place that you are running to. That place, there's nothing holy about that place. We know where the holy ground is. We know where the promised land is. We know where the people moved to. So that anything outside the confinement of Africa is fake. Anything, it does not matter what it is, it does not matter who endorses it is fake. When you talk about even the Vatican City, where they have Vatican City today, it is still the blacks that established it. It is this Ndibo that established it. It was called, before it was not called Rome, it was called Orioma, and they changed the name to Rome. All these names has been corrupted. And you people are believing these lies. They are not going to hand it over to you on a platter of gold. Take your legacy. It won't happen. I don't know how, if you like talk, no matter what we say, it will never happen. So the only way you can still come back and get to the top is still have to fight your way to the top, whether you like it or not. And it's not about any nation, it's about a race. So for the black race to earn the type of respect they have, I have said it, not until we have an African country that is a superpower, it will not happen. It doesn't matter what you Americans do. That you have an American passport, you are black American, does not make you different. They will even treat you worse. They will treat you worse because they feel that you will rise and they will suppress you. They will try as much as they can to suppress you. And there's nothing you can do about it because the man with the gun is the soldier. That is the way it is. Our people are still sleeping. You will tell me that you are waking. How can you be awakened? How can you be conscious? You are conscious, but still yet you are believing the things you believed 5 years ago. You are believing the things you were believing before you became conscious. And you are still acting the way you are acting. You are still sitting in the same church, under the same man, but you are conscious. You are a fool, my friend. You are a fool. You are a fool. Consciousness means that your mind is renewed, and once your mind is renewed, it will reflect in your character. It will reflect in your behavior. You won't behave the way you behave again. Because you cannot be doing the same thing over and over and over and you expect a different result. It doesn't work. It won't happen. We are talking about consciousness. Many of you claim to be conscious, but you are not. You are still believing the same old shit. You are still doing the same old shit. You are still walking in the same old way. Man, stop deceiving yourself. When you are conscious, we know. When you are conscious, we will know. When you are conscious, we'll see a radical change. We'll see the change. You don't even need to tell anybody that you're conscious. Your behavior, your attitude towards things that you know before. Because it's like what you've been told, what you know, what you think you know. You no longer know them. They are different. They are fake. So you are reacting now because you are shocked. And you are angry because you feel you've been deceived. So if you are conscious, we will know. You don't need to tell us. You are not the one to tell us. We will know that you are conscious because your attitude will change. But you still behaving the same way, acting the same way, and you are claiming you are conscious. Man, you are deceiving yourself. It's a bloody lie. You are not. You just want to claim it so that you belong. It makes no sense. And you people are the people dragging us back because you refuse to wake. You are still serving the same slave old master, but in a different form, and you think you are free. You are not free. You sit in his church. He tells you, you give him offering. The same offering they use it to sponsor those that will come and destroy you. And then tomorrow you start complaining. The banks that run, all these things are interwoven. The banks that run the organizations that are after your life are the same banks that these churches take their money to. The same people. That he's putting up a smile before you does not mean that he likes you. It doesn't make any sense. I live amongst these people. I have nothing against them, but that does not make me a fool. That does not make me to confine, maybe to some. Do you know what it means to be bold? Being bold means knowing what you want and standing for it and then proclaiming it. I can't tell you I don't want this, and then when I see somebody else, I'll just pretend. Why are you pretending? Is it because that means you are selling your pride? You are offering your pride at the altar of material things because you want to gain something from it, maybe connection or recognition. It makes no sense. You are what you are. And you have to understand that there is a battle there. I'm not saying that you should hate everybody that is not of your color. No, it's not what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is that don't be deceived. There is a war, and it's going to happen. And if you're not prepared for it, you have yourself to blame. That is why I say we need to come together. You are living in America does not exempt you. Remember what they said to Esther. If you read the book of the white man's book, his Bible, you will see there was a queen called Esther, and she was in the house of Ahasuerus, a king. But when judgment was passed on the so-called Jews that they are going to destroy them, she thought initially that she would be exempted because she lives in the palace. But they told her, don't think the palace will cover you. You are one of us, so you better do something. And that was why she reacted. And they had to defend themselves. So many of you think that you are at a comfortable place, and because you are at a comfortable place, nothing will happen to you. You are a fool. Except you paint yourself white, and the paint will not last for long. The issue is that there is a war, and we have to learn how to come together and fight. Because if we still divide ourselves, what will happen in Donald Trump's election will happen to us. We will lose big time, because division is a sure way, is the fastest way to lose. So we need to get together. That is why I said there must be connection. I don't know who I'm talking to, but if you know that there is a call upon your life, there is a call to save these people, to save this color, to save mankind, because we are the only pure humans, to save mankind, then you have to get together. We have to come together. There must be a way we will connect and then begin to pursue this. There will be a war, I know. It is everywhere. You can even feel it in the atmosphere. It does not matter how we pretend that it does not exist. It has happened before. Nothing stops it from happening now, because everything is coming to its peak. These people are uncomfortable the way you are trying to make them understand that you are awakening. You better hear me. I have no time. I have to go. But I'm telling you, there will be a war. Let's get our acts together. Brothers, sisters,